We will be back in some form.
We have an army of digital soldiers because this was an insurgency.
Hundreds
folks.
dead, thousands infected across multiple continents.
You guys know what this represents?
All the people that have gone out there against the mainstream media and said, you're going to call us racist, you're going to call us potential Timothy McVeighs. You are.
All right. Hope you Patriots out there kicking ass and taking names. Welcome to the party, folks, to PatriotPartyNews.com. I'm your host, Chaz Carter, better known as Underground Patriot, coming to you live from the Wolf Den, folks. Oh, my goodness. It's getting a little cray-cray like Shanae, right? Oh, my goodness. It's going to be action-packed. I promise you, you will not be disappointed. So, man, let us know where you are watching us from. Holy smolies. Last night's show went viral. Oh, my goodness. Thank you so much for those that have shared it out. I was actually surprised by how, if you didn't see it, you might want to. We had Joseph Joseph Philip Daniel on. He's the one that confronted Fauci, and he's the one that confirmed not only Fauci was real, meaning Fauci was not wearing a mask. He's a real human being. He's not somebody trying to portray Fauci. And guess what else he confirmed? He said Bill Gates is real. Did not have a mask on. Okay. So these are things. I know we've been told certain things from the past. We have been told certain things about those individuals where either they wore a mask or it wasn't them, or the rumor was that saying that Bill Gates was hung in a foreign country and executed. I hate to break the news to you. That might have been a lie. Understand, that's what we're here to do. We're here to tell you the truth, not to, do all kinds of stuff, give you a good storyline because, at this stage of the game, we're in the fourth quarter. We don't have time. We don't have time for Patriot fairy tales. We need to know what's going on and what's going on now. Alabama knows what's up. What's up, Middle Fork, Indiana, Texas, some more. Good to have you. Look at here. McMinnville is always where? In Tennessee. Oklahoma, good to have you. Louisiana kicking in the door. Bad boy Bill Coons, hello. Iowa, you made it. Good to have you. Michigan, hey, look at there. It's Iowa. Again, Utah in the house. Oregon State just checked in. Nevada says hello. And New Mexico said no aliens here yet. Right. North Carolina. England is in the house. UK is in the house. Roswell, New Mexico is in the house. Buffalo, freaking Texas in the house. Right? Well. Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Mississippi just checked in. Good to have you. Louisiana, Arkansas kicking in the door. The party does not start till I get here. That's awesome. That is freaking good stuff. All right, well, let's get this party started because this is where the cool cats go to get their daily intel, news, and bread. That's right. It's the PatriotPartyNews.com, folks. We're more than just a website. We are a full-functioning, badassery Patriot Broadcasting Network, broadcasting around the world 24/7. Let me tell you what we believe in. Number one, we believe in the original Constitution. Number two, we believe in only America. America only. I want you to understand something. When they come out and say America first, well, unfortunately, they're lying to you. America only. That's how it rolls, folks. You can go to the PatriotPartyNews.com. You can get access also to our own social media platform. We call it Patriot Shoot. You can see the tabs up top that you can click on that. Let me tell you what's going on with Patriot Shoot for those that do not know. Number one, you get 30 days as a free trial to go out and kick the tires. If you don't like it, no harm, no foul. But you're going to freaking love it. We've had some major upgrades that we've put in. We're always doing upgrades because we've got to keep up with what's going on and with communication and with what they're doing with censorship. See, they are censoring us right now on free social media. But when we're not on free social media, everybody is seeing what we're doing. It's amazing what they're doing. It's 2020 times 10 again, okay, with the censorship. So please make sure if you're watching this on X, if you're watching this on Rumble, if you are watching this on Twitch, and if you are watching this on Roku, if you're watching us on Apple TV, if you are watching us on whatever platform right now, if it's YouTube or whatever, okay, make sure that you hit that like and subscribe and share so other people can have it. They tried it on Instagram and they just shut it down. That's why we have more than one. We have more than one. Also, our website, we have our own live stream. We have our own live chat, just in case for this very thing. I should have said that about 30 seconds ago. Instagram might have heard me. That's what they do. That's how real this is. Also, partners we stand with. Obviously, you can support PPN, number one, because we need your help. Patriots, you fuel the truth-telling machine that we have. I want you to understand that. Because right now, it doesn't matter about anything if you're not being told the truth. And think about it like this. We have to seriously inject some resources in to be able to keep up with mainstream media and all the rest of those jokers that are trying to shut us down. Any help would be much appreciated. Hunter's Blend Coffee, you're going to want to get some of that. Also, we got Skycom PTT.com. Mike Harris is going to be in the house. We're going to be doing a radio check today. So that'll be very exciting. Also, Cardio Miracle, Patriot Mobile, Fresh Mouth Club. That's just to name a few, but I will tell you, you're definitely going to want to have some Miles Franklin. You need to email them and ask for the PPN price list. Tell them Chaz sent you. They'll know what you mean on that. So, yeah, pretty freaking cool. We'll touch base on that. So there was no coffee with Chaz this morning in Patriot Shoot because I had to, for those that don't know, my son broke his leg playing football. And so I was very fortunate in my life. I've never had a broken bone. And I've had some surgeries and injuries with ligaments and things like that, but never broke any bones. But the good news is the Lord is putting exponentially healing on my son, and now the healing is looking mighty good. So thank you for the prayers. I appreciate that. It was kind of a big deal today because we were going to see kind of what timelines we were looking at, and also to the extent was his healing and was it going to heal properly. So thank you so much, everyone that has been praying for him. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead and get this party started. I know that Mike's going to be joining us here shortly. And let me make sure that he might be coming in here. Hang on one second. Yeah, there we go. So we'll see. Anyway, all right, cool. So let's go ahead and get this started. This is a post first from General Flynn. He forwarded this out, which I thought was mighty interesting. You know, a lot of people that, especially in the MAGA movement, for whatever reason, does not like Joe Kemp. And I'm going to play this for you. This was forwarded by General Flynn. And I see Mike just came in the studio. Mike, I'll get with you right after this, sir. Just bear with me. There we go. I'm juggling over here, okay? All right. So there you go. Here's Joe Kent. Again, General Flynn shared this out. And you need to start opening up your mind to things. Now, everybody, to some degree, that's in this movement is connected with General Flynn. You got to ask yourself this question: why is if General Flynn, you know, why is he sharing out Joe Kent stuff? You need to think about this seriously. Check it out.
Center in the investigation of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So NCTC analysts are a part of every joint terrorism task force throughout the entire country. The JTTFs are typically led by the FBI. NCTC's role within the JTTF is to determine if there is any foreign nexus. So that would be a foreign country, a foreign government, a foreign individual, a foreign company. If there's any foreign connection or nexus to an act of domestic terrorism, like the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So that's what NCTC analysts were doing as part of the JTTF to assist the investigation of the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So NCTC analysts were operating at the request of the FBI to determine if there was any kind of foreign connection or foreign nexus to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. So NCTC is a unique organization within the intelligence community. It's part of the intelligence community. It can see all the operational traffic, all the raw reporting coming from the forward-facing intelligence community, the CIA, the DIA, the NSA, et cetera. But it can also see the raw operational reporting coming from the FBI and other federal law enforcement agencies. And it does this. It has this authority in order to connect the dots. NCTC was formed after 9/11 because of the failures failures of the CIA and FBI and their inability to communicate prior to 9/11. So NCTC has that unique role. That's why we're part of the JTTF. So at the request of the FBI, we were looking to see if there was any kind of foreign nexus or connection to the assassination of Charlie Kirk. In very short order, we were told that our services were no longer required, that we no longer had access to the repository the FBI had where all the information on the investigation was being kept. And then the FBI said shortly thereafter they were going to hand over the investigation to the Utah law enforcement. I protested. I disagreed. I thought that we still had a lot more work to do. I still believe that to this day that we had more leads to run down to determine if there was any kind of foreign connection. I'm not saying there definitively was. I am only saying that we still had more work to do to ensure that we actually did our due diligence to ensure there was no foreign nexus to Charlie Kirk's assassination. A big issue that I have, and I think many others have about the assassination, is that, we've been told that there's just a lone gunman that's involved and responsible, and that process is playing out in court. However, there was people that were posting online ahead of Charlie's assassination that he was going to be killed that day in Utah. So that strongly indicates that there were more people involved in the plot to kill Charlie Kirk. So I think it's critical that we continue to ask who killed Charlie Kirk, how, and why. And I'll just close with a Charlie Kirk quote, that it is critical that we continue to ask questions because it is the only thing that keeps us free. Thank you, and God bless.
I agree with that. Freaking 1,000,000%. Who gave it up too early and was compromised on purpose. We all know that. We all know that Charlie Kirk potentially could have changed everything. Most likely probably would have run for president. But it's going to all come out. It's obviously going to be pretty shocking for those. That's why we're trying to prepare everyone mentally. Okay, on that. I see Mike's in the studio. Mike, if you're good to go, my friend, I'm going to go ahead and bring you on right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike Harris over at Skycom PTT.com. Hey, Mike, what's up, buddy?
Hey, Chaz, how you doing this afternoon?
Man, hanging in there like a hair in a biscuit, as we say in the South.
I've been there, let me tell you.
Amen, brother. Amen. So, man, it's pretty awesome with what's going on with your technology that you have here at Skycom PTT.com. I know that you come on, obviously, for the most part, every Wednesday. We do a radio check. For those that are brand new that are watching, we do, in fact, have a off-grid network, just in case things get a little bit dicey and so forth. And, yeah, there you go. Mike, talk to me, brother. What's going on in your neck of the woods? You've been busy, and I got a bunch of compliments from a lot of our members in North Carolina that you were recently in North Carolina, and a lot of PPN members were at the same gathering you were at. So,
yeah, we were at the Prepper Camp 2026 this past week, and it was amazing. Let me tell you, quite an experience between the being awed by the actual event itself. The heat was just horrendous.
right.
We had to take shifts there working just so we didn't pass out. But it was, excluding the heat, it was a great event. It was just fantastic. We met some wonderful people. And I wanted to share something with you. The number one question we got asked by everybody when we showed them the Skycom PTT radios, they said, well, what do we do if the cell service goes out? So my question to them was, okay, let's stop just a minute. You've got a cell phone. It's with one company. What do you do when your cell phone goes out? And they looked at me real funny. And I said, now, if you had a Skycom PTT radio, you've got the opportunity to have 3 national companies you could rely on, plus 150 regional companies. So the likelihood of your Skycom PTT radio being inoperable is slim and none, okay, compared to your phone. So they stood there for a few minutes and thought about what I said. Some of them even walked off and processed it and then came back, okay? So I just kind of wanted the listeners here to think about that for just a minute. We've talked about this a number of times. The cellular service and the infrastructure is just built out it's not bulletproof, but I'm going to tell you, it is redundant. If something happens, they've got it set up to where if one leg of it goes down, it's going to roll over to another one. And, you know, I've told the story many times about when I was with Tennessee Emergency Management Agency back in 2020 when they bombed the AT&T building.
Yes, sir.
You know, we were with all of us at TEMA were on FirstNet, which essentially is AT&T. And we lost our voice capability. We couldn't make phone calls, but yet we could continue to send text messages. And, you know, the radio, the way the Skycom PTT radios work, it takes your voice and compresses it to a data packet. Now, we didn't have the radios back then, but based on theory, it should have continued to work even during the time that the voice side of the system was down.
Right. You there?
I'm here. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. You were cutting out at the end of that. Finish what
okay.
you were saying. I didn't hear the last part.
Yeah, I said in theory, we didn't have the Skycom PTT radios with this technology back when the AT&T building got bombed. But in theory, since it takes your voice and compresses it to a data packet, it should work.
It's awesome. Amen on that. Yeah, that it's very impressive. Our members and obviously, you know, with our, you know, the 5 program groups that we have for PPN, for instance, and obviously we're connected with Charlie Ward on the international group, which is fantastic. And Charlie and I have actually been talking a good little bit, and with having boots on the ground in these different countries from around the world, and actually being able to hear things firsthand, not from mainstream media, not from rumors on the internet, but actually hearing at ground level where the action is. And I think that's quite amazing. And correct me if I'm wrong, Mike, aren't the radios at least waterproof up to about 3 feet? Is that correct? Am I accurate?
That's right. They're IP67 rated. And if you look that up, that means you could drop the water in 30 meters, which equals about 9 feet of water for 30 minutes, and it would not damage it.
That's awesome. That's freaking awesome. Hey, if anybody has any chats and any questions in the chats, please let me know. Question about family and friends. If I have family and friends and they want, and I want to set up a group, and if they want a radio, how does that work?
Yes, when they order their radio, they can put in the special instructions on the order form there on the website. Tell us the name of the family group they want and the ID of the radios they order, and we can set it up for them. If not, we will call them and ask them, you know, what name do you want to give your family talk group, and what name or what radio ID do you want to give to the radio?
Right.
One other thing I'd like to say too, this week we sent the first radio to Canada, and Friday the first radio will be delivered to Australia. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. That's what I'm talking about right there. So that's incredible. That's incredible, Mike. I know that we usually do a radio check. I know we're probably about 2 minutes ahead of schedule. But if you want, is there anything else you want to cover before the radio check? Are you good? Or
yeah, if you don't have any questions for me to answer, I'll be glad to start the radio check.
Yeah, let's go ahead and do that. So we have plenty of time on the radio check. And I'm going to just cut my mic off and let you go ahead and do your thing.
Okay, and I'm going to turn mine off so there's no feedback, okay?
Okay.
Good afternoon. My name is Mike, and I'm in Tennessee. I will be calling the radio check-in today. When I call your state, your country, give me your name and any information you wish to share with the group. I will confirm your check-in and move on to the next contact. We'll start with Alabama. Arizona, Arkansas, California, Colorado, Connecticut, Florida, Georgia, Indiana, Iowa, Kentucky, Massachusetts, Michigan, Mississippi, John, Mississippi. Hey, John, thank you for answering. I thought my radio was broke there for a minute. Missouri, New Jersey, New Mexico, George and Roswell. Man, it's hot out here. Hey, George, glad to hear from you. Stay cool. New York, North Carolina, Oklahoma, Pennsylvania, South Carolina.
Linda from South Carolina. It was wonderful to meet all of you guys in North Carolina this past weekend. Enjoyed it so much.
Thank you, Linda. It was great to meet you, and looking forward to some exciting things happening there. Tennessee,
Tennessee in the house.
Because Texas,
Buffalo, freaking Texas. Angela.
hi, Angela. Hope you're having a good afternoon. Utah, Virginia, okay, that concludes the United States. We're going to go out of the country here. We'll go with Canada, Gibraltar, United Kingdom, okay, call for anyone in any state, any country that I did not call. Please check in now. Okay, nothing heard. I want to thank everyone who participated in this radio check-in. The next radio check-in will be next Wednesday, August the 26th at 12:30 Central Daylight Time. This is the end of the radio check-in. This is Mike, and I'm clear, and back to Chaz.
Thank you, Mike, as always, for what you do and your team there at Skycom PTT.com. Guys, if you haven't gone, go to Skycom PTT.com, and then all you got to do is click on Shop Now. And then when you click on Shop Now, just click on that red PPN button right there. And then once you click on that, this is what you'll see. This is what Mike has been talking about exclusively. Obviously, there's more than just this radio here, of course, but this is set up already for PPN with the 5 groups involved. Mike, as always, God bless you. We look forward to seeing you next Wednesday, sir. Is there any final thoughts you have?
Just everybody try to stay safe and stay cool because it's going to be hot for a couple of days.
Amen on that. Amen. Get you some AC. All right, brother. We'll talk to you. Thanks again, man.
Okay. Thank you for having us on. You have a good day. We'll see you.
Bye. Bye. Cool. Go to Skycom PTT.com. And again, click on Shop Now, then click on the red PPN button, and that will hook you up. All right. So, hey, I got a question for everybody. Who likes hot sauce? Now, I'm not a super duper big fan of hot sauce, I'll be honest, okay? However, I know there's a lot of people out there that love putting hot sauce on your eggs, on maybe different kinds of food like Mexican and, you know, things like that, even Chinese, just about everything, really, even on pizza. Anybody out there like hot sauce? Just curious. Okay, brother says, yeah, I like hot sauce, but not too hot. I'm like you, brother. That's the way I am. Well, man, I already knew that. I already figured that. You know, bad boy Bill Coon's going to love some hot sauce, right? He likes that Tabasco made in Louisiana. That's right. That's right. What the heck? There we go. Try to get it out. There we go. All right. So the reason why I'm asking these questions is if you do like hot sauce and you do use hot sauce, well, what I'm going to recommend that you might want to start thinking about staying away from some of them. And here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. Something's happened.
Sauce started tasting different. You're not alone. Things started going down. If you notice this hot sauce started tasting different, you're not alone. Things started going downhill when Cholula was acquired by McCormick and Company for $800 million in 2020. The ingredients before were mostly just peppers, spices, and vinegar. But now they've made some sneaky changes, adding acetic acid and natural flavor while still having vinegar, but much lower on the ingredient list. They're replacing real fermented vinegar with acetic acid, a synthetic acidic compound. And this likely allows them to use a much larger percentage of water. When you remove the fermentation-derived flavor complexity of vinegar, the product just isn't quite the same. So natural flavor is added to try to recreate that same flavor. This post-acquisition shift to cheaper. So I scanned this product with the Reveal It app and thankfully avoided acetic acid and natural flavor. This is bad. The product just isn't quite the same. So they add natural flavor to try to recreate it. If you notice this hot sauce started tasting different.
Right. Frank's, I put that on everything, right? Oh my goodness. Yeah, they're doing that to everything though, right? It's really no surprise. Folks, they're exterminating us. They are exterminating us with our food, with the air, with the bioweapon mRNA that they're putting in freaking everything, flu shots, every shot you can think of, they're putting it in. And to be brutally honest with you, it's getting to a point to where people that eat right, but they eat, or they seem like they eat right, especially going to get organic food. Well, we find out it's really not organic. You're finding very healthy people all of a sudden having diabetes. They ate right, they took care of their body, you know, going to the gym 4 to 5 times a week, and it's still happening. It's by design. I think we all know that. They want us to be slaves to Big Pharma. It's satanic. I mean, this is what we're dealing with in our world. It's quite crazy how that's happened. Well, I'll tell you what, there's some patriots that have had enough. They were stopping the radical mods cold when they were trying to loot areas. Well, a bunch of patriots came in, locked and loaded. This is something you got to see. And it's, like I said, this is something that happened not too long ago. A lot of people are showing it now. Let's see if I can get it on the screen for everybody. Let's see here. Here it is. Huh. You don't hear nothing, do you?
Thank you.
Yeah. You don't hear much about a hollering, do you? No, you don't hear a damn word. You know why? Patriots have had enough. They're tired of the BS. And we have told everyone for years, when the solid ones come out of the woods, it's game over. This is what we're starting to see happen. What are we down to? What number of days is it till midterm? 76? Am I correct to say that? I believe so. Roughly 76 days till midterms. It's still going strong, still happening. Oh, and speaking of freaking midterms, guess who got hosed last night in Florida? Dan Bilzerian. They stole 2,000 votes from him and took it back. And Randy Fink won. They showed the votes disappear in real time. Now, I'm not an Einstein or anything, but if everybody knows how they're doing this, then how the hell are they still doing it? You know why? Because they can do it, and we think we know, but we don't, because they're still doing it. Oh, yeah, believe what you want there. We're still going to keep on stealing elections. It's not Chaz just saying that. It's reality. Millions of people saw it last night. Millions. And there's the biggest uproar you've ever seen online, all over the place. It's not going to stop. Now, I noticed a similarity here. I'm curious to see if you did too. Hey, what happened with Thomas Massey when he was going against, I don't even know the guy's name because he disappeared like a fart in the wind. But Trump backed him, and Trump backed what? Randy Fink as well in Florida? And the same shenanigan stuff happened at the very end, drop in a bunch of ballots. Last hour. Oh, my God, I forgot to count these. These are... Oh, look, we need to count these. These just came in. I'm sorry, I missed that. In our head, that's what we think is going on to some degree. But in actuality, all they're doing is hitting a freaking button and flipping the votes like they have been doing electronically, except now they have AI agents. I don't see anybody talking about that. They have AI agents built into some of these programs that connects to other election AI agents. How come you're not hearing about this? Because people don't really know what's really going on. That's why. Outdated technology. Oops. Sorry. It's great. That worked back in 2020, but we're in 2026 now. Who else has heard about this? Does anybody know about the AI agents? I'm curious. I'm just asking just to see if the public even knows about it. That's what's happening. It's a combination of things, but that's primarily what is happening because they can get away with it all day long. Technology go through Wi-Fi all day long. You think this is something, wait till midterms. I hope they stop midterms. But they're not going to. They're going to play this out. Could there be a scare event before midterms? Yeah, but I'm going to tell you right now, the chances of a scare event happening either during midterms or right after, 100%. Look what's happened. Remember when I was talking to everybody, I said within the next 7 days, things are going to get cray. Look what's already happened. We know if all these preliminary races, we're going to get exposed to a lot of the cheating that's going on. Why am I talking a little bit about this? Because I want you to manage your expectations. Understand really what's going on. You've got some people that know a lot about AI that's catching on with what they're doing with the elections. And if it's not them stealing elections, then it's them stealing jobs. We heard about Tyson's layoffs. Well, we got some others as well. So.
Good. I've already. Everybody pay attention.
Why are you standing next to me, kid?
Ron, I need your best translation. Ladies and gentlemen, as bigwigs showed up, they have deemed this site not able to continue on past Friday. So, however, go ahead and say that, Brian.
Okay. Parece que así sí es verdad. Vamos a llegar hasta el viernes.
No más. Enfuegoed. No. Everybody will have a clean layout. The majority of you all will show up tomorrow, clock in, and stay in your personal vehicles and receive a layoff check when they clear for 8 hours tomorrow. There will be a few of Crafts members, along with the GFs, that will be here until Friday.
They lied to us.
I didn't say that. Go ahead and talk about it.
I've already.
Of course they did. Now I remember there was a time in high school, I worked for like a breakfast house in Nashville, and I would see all kinds of different. It was just a hole in the wall. I cooked, and I met everybody from just about everybody in country music in the golden ages. From George Jones, even some famous actors and actresses, Kathy Segal from Married with Children. So many others as well. Nice people, by the way. The owner ended up saying, "I'm gonna have to shut the doors, and this will be your last week of working." I'm like, "All right." I was working 2 jobs in high school. I had one full time during the week, and then I had one on the weekends. I'm not afraid to work. I promise you that. So I returned to work for the last week, supposedly, and the place was completely shut down, and he owed me a paycheck. And he totally just, ganked me. Took advantage of me being in high school, whatever, hard worker. I did everything I was supposed to do. And then I reported the work, and the place was shut down. He wouldn't answer his phone. Needless to say, it's unfortunate that sometimes that happens. Well, now with AI right around the corner and everything that's happening, and people are getting laid off left and right, they're easily replaceable, and they don't have a problem with telling them now, but before they did. So it's kind of crazy. Oh yeah, and did you see about this? Fauci's right-hand man pled guilty to defrauding the American people. Here it is. Read it and weep. Kind of crazy, right? Yep. Totally crazy. That should come as no surprise. Obviously, last night we had Joseph Philip Daniel on. He's the one that more or less met Fauci at his house and was like, you're a murderer, and God is going to judge you 100%. No question about it. See here if I can get this. Let's see here. I'm trying to pull this up on the screen. Hang on. Where's that? There we go. This is a better assumption. We had John Weiber on the other day, and he absolutely did a great job explaining that and a little bit of extra here. Here, let me see if I can get it on the screen for everybody. Here it is. Okay, cool. Check it out.
Well, fart in my face and call it Iranian aggression. Did you hear the news? You're talking about how Trump addressed the nation last night and said he's prepared to go nuclear. Fuck. Or maybe you're referring to the fact that Iran says it's going to think about maybe attacking Europe. World War III, baby, let's go. Or maybe you're talking about Fauci's chief advisor, David Morin, who just pleaded guilty. You want to know what he pleaded guilty to? Conspiracy to commit fraud against the United States people. Or maybe you're talking about how the United States bailed out Japan and saved the yen like 2 weeks ago. Anyways, that's gone. They lost it all already. So they're going to start selling their treasury bonds. Damn. I was just going to say they hacked Rockstar and released some of the GTA 6 game. Before GTA 6. World War III before GTA 6. SMFH. BRB. G2G.
Yeah. Nothing secret, huh? It's everything we said was going to happen, is it not? Is it not? Yeah. No surprise there. Hey, were you one of the casualties today of Verizon? This is being reported right now. Is Verizon down? Thousands of users report outages in the United States. So this is now hitting. Let's look at down detector real quick. Let me see if I can get this up on the screen. Start wrapping it up. There we go. Uh-oh. Yeah, there it is. Look, Verizon's just now coming back online in some areas. Spectrum, AT&T, Kick, Pokemon. Okay. T-Mobile, YouTube, Infinity, Comcast. Some of the repeat offenders there. And so let's see here. What we got going on here? Some more recalls that are happening. This is HEB Products out of Houston, Texas. This is a grocer. More than 50 items from its shelves due to salmonella concerns. Nature's Best Produce LLC. It's a company, a third-party company that works with grocers in, I guess, Houston. And what's amazing is the 54 items in total. Looks like it was a number of produce items, mixed produce that came from that company. Listen to this, 345 reported cases of salmonella. This was as of Friday across the United States from this vendor or whatever. So just be careful out there. Some sad news, and this is one of my favorite bands, ZZ Top, the drummer, ZZ Top, Frank Beard, dead at 77. He's actually one that doesn't have the beard, if you can believe that or not. So please, Lord, thank you so much. Keep him safe and pray for his family on that. We'll see everybody tonight. It's going to be off the freaking chain. You totally want to tune in. You never know what's going to happen here at PPN. And again, thanks for the love and thanks for the shares and thanks for, wow, the massive viewership. We really, and not only that, thank you so much for all of our awesome Patriot Shoot members that are in there. So pretty excited about you guys and really excited about the future. And it's going to be rocking and rolling. God bless the Republic of the United States of America and God bless you. patriots. Without you, there is no America, or a world for that matter. Remember, use your discernment. Don't trust everybody. Do your due diligence, do your research, and everything will make complete sense. God bless.